Alright, let's figure out what the hell we were doing. So. Alright, we fixed that. Kex fixed that for us. Oh, there's Skidmore. Hello, Kex. We're going to change the spec of our orc herder. I don't think this build worked at all, so we're going to change that over. I took out the perks that were specific to that spec. Probably with this, we're going to end up with another mace / hammer guy. Flails have been nice to us, but I don't know. Elon has a quadra rotate. Don't know what that means. Goodness, Battle Brothers music is loud today. All right. So what do we need? We needed our duelist. Where is our duelist? Oak Dragon. It's not possible to rotate. Ah, I see. So basically he gave me some perk points back and overwrote rotation 4 times. Gotcha. So I can rotate a number of times. It's good. What were we doing? We were considering fighting this huge noble army, weren't we? And it's a big ass noble army. And we're doing that only for the shot at a knight weapon. I really need some bandit leaders. I need some I need some legendaries is what we're looking to get soon. 58, 30. Yeah, it's close on the HP on this guy. I'd actually prefer him to have higher HP, but I really value shield spec on the Megas. And he can't really end up with Gifted and Colossus. I don't think it's too many stat points or too many perk points for stats. I like to have one or the other. Alright, let's take a look before we spec. Fuck, which way did it go? Did it go east? I think it went east. We just fought a Merc group, right? We had enough resources of all types. Yes, we have some time. Okay, this is what we're looking at. 28 is a hell of a lot of guys. Like, that's so many. I think my cargo event was bug Kex. In what way? Am I supposed to get some sort of reward? Good morning, Oak Dragon. Dude, a few sergeants? That's so fucking scary. Is our front line up to the task? We have 2 level 6s. It means they don't have iron battle forged. What is the crystal skull, Kex? Yeah, I didn't get anything called a Crystal Skull. I wonder if we had like a full inventory or something. That's pretty shitty either way. This is a really scary fight. I can't take it at nighttime either way. I need daytime for my archers because all my damage is coming from my archers really. Have to make that decision in a moment. I would love some terrain. Try cutting him back into the mountains and see if this gives me any value. And I should min-max the armor. 26 versus 26. Yeah, so this is just straight up better than what we're wearing. Alright, I think we need to make some decisions about Oak Dragon too. I need another frontliner. And I think Oak Dragon might be that frontliner. Oak Dragon is going to be our first duelist. I don't really care that much about that mission, Kex. I only took that mission because I thought I was doing a caravan escort. Oh, today is Tuesday. I did forget about that. Streaming on Tuesday is always slightly disadvantageous because of yard work. All right, so duelist. We need to make the decision right now about a shield duelist or not. The gameplay duelist. Where did the... Oh, I'm on the wrong build. Season 7. Okay. Shield or no shield? Student, quick hands, brawny. What is Oak Dragon's final stamina at? I mean, he's not quite there at final. 118. And what does that give me in comparison? What is white chocolate? White chocolate is fairly whatever on stamina. He's at 131. So we're going to pay a heavy stamina cost on this character to run if we run a shield. I don't understand how a duelist without a shield is supposed to survive. 30 melee defense is, I mean, it's good, but it's no way near what 50 melee defense is that you get with the shield. But I mean, we have raised, I mean, we haven't raised initiative on Oak Dragon, but he had a decent initiative score at 110. So if we don't take duelists, what do we end up with? Student gifted, brawny, rotate, underdog, battle forged, killing frenzy, duelist, weapon spec, berserk, and recover. And if we do take shield, what do we lose? The very least we give up. We have to take quick hands. That's the minimal. And this is without a weapon spec, or rather without Headhunter. So if we take Headhunter, it'd be really nice to do Headhunter without. Without a shield. But, I mean, what the fuck do we need with that? We need like a triple melee attack, triple melee defense guy to do that. Ugh. It's a bit awkward. And honestly, maybe be able to use this guy as a similar build. He's at 129. 88. Only 21 as opposed to 29. Same initiative. Cost an extra perk too, I think. So let's say we made this guy a non-axe duelist. Or a stun bot. Oh, Shiro, what is the baby face about over here? The what face? My big concern with this guy is if I throw on decent armor, this isn't even that great, 240. The decent helm and 250 isn't even that great. Where's my 250 helms? And then I throw in a weapon. He's coming in at 49 stamina. Whereas if I do it without the shield, let's use the same stuff. Got about 63 stamina. There's no way he just doesn't eat bullets to begin with. Eat fucking... I mean, versus Orc, it won't matter that much. I mean, it does matter. It matters when they attack me, but it doesn't matter that much. That's true. 63 without Brawny. That's a good point. But I mean, I can look at the final numbers by comparing to Elon, who has 10 more stamina, right? 11 more stamina, but before gifted. So what? Duelists are medium armor, essentially, with a shield, or heavier armor and no shield. And the problem is, of course, them doing any damage with the shield out. I don't think I have enough initiative to initiative swap around most of the targets I care about. Which means we really only get the shield benefit 50% of the time. See, I have a hardest time with this build. I've yet to find a duelist build that I'm totally happy with. And I don't really know which way I want to do that. We could go all nimbly bimbly on him. I don't really know that that's an ideal solution. It's gonna be so easy to get overrun with 25 guys. Yes, sure. When you take gifted, all the rolls are max for the type they can have. Could use some acid flasks here. Could be fun. fun that is. That's putting off the main decision. Just like gifted. Yeah, it seems to be a pretty divisive skill in terms of people's like or dislike of it. Alright, so if we're not going to go shield spec, and we're probably not going to go shield spec because of the stamina on this character. We could go Headhunter Axe and see how it works. It's high damage in Headhunter Axe, which is good. I think I need recover on these specs though. So if I drop quick hand to recover, and final option then is Headhunter. So it look like Headhunter, Weapon Spec, Duelist, Killing Frenzy, Battleforge, Underdog, Rotate, Brawny, and oh, I get 2 of those. So I get gifted out of that as well. I was kind of hoping to fit in Recover plus Berserk on the Duelist to see if I could ever get the 1 kill then recover style thing, which seems like it'd be really useful to save a turn. But I don't know what I could get rid of. It doesn't feel like I can get rid of Brawny, Rotate, or Underdog, or Battleforged, or Killing Frenzy, or Duelist, or the Weapon Spec. I guess that would work without a axe. I don't go Headhunter. And Headhunter's only really a damage increase on what? It's a damage increase on everything, but it's a massive damage increase on a fighting axe, and it's not so much of a damage increase on anything else. Alright. Yeah, I use Headhunter and Archers too. Okay, so we're not gonna go shield spec on Oak Dragon. And I think at this stage in the game, the only weapons I have that are meaningful for a duelist are a fighting axe. So I think we're gonna axe spec Oak Dragon. All right. So this is gifted. Let's take the stats. Initiative roll is a little tempting, but I don't think so. All right. And then it is Brawny and Rotate. And it's Axe Spec. And then it's Underdog and Battleforged. Go straight to Battleforged, I suppose. And it's Duelist and Killing Frenzy. It's too bad we couldn't have skipped Gifted to the last perk because we're not level 11, which means we're missing one of our core perks. It's got to be Duelist if I'm running, you know, a Duelist build. It's got to be Killing Frenzy because this perk is too good to pass up. That means the last two are between Headhunter and Recover. The damage perk is Headhunter. Recover is going to give us the ability to stay relevant in a long fight. This is probably a long fight. It just really sucks to be using a fighting axe without having Headhunter. Man, I gotta talk about Gift. I gotta do these videos. I mean, tomorrow, I'm not planning on streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to do some video recording. I don't know how far I'll get into it. I'm gonna do the Patreon stuff and probably start on the Battle Brothers stuff. Here's, I've talked about Gifted a lot of times. Let's talk about Gifted one more time. Ready? All right, here goes for Gifted. It works like this. With 88 melee skill, I'm often gonna be attacking targets where I have like a 20% chance to miss. If I take Gifted, that brings that down to about a 17% chance to miss. That's an important distinction. Same again with melee defense. I'm often going to be attacked at a target where I have, and think of this, the lower the miss percentage, the more important those extra little stats become because of how much of an advantage it gives you in attack and the chances that your things are going to miss. Take the perfect scenario, right? Let's say you have a 1%, let's say you have a 4% chance to miss, and you raise your melee skill by 3, which is what Gifted does. And that brings it down to a 1% chance to miss. You've essentially taken away 3/4 of your miss percentage. Now it's never going to be that sweet in Battle Brothers because there's a 5%, there's a 95% hit cap. But that is the way that happens for melee defense and melee offense, as well as having just additional stats to fill out one of the areas that you care about. I find Gifted to be incredible pretty much on everybody. On throwaway characters because you need the stats, and on solid characters because it boosts their stats into these high extremes of something. Think about when you play D&D, right, with bounded accuracy. This game essentially has that. It essentially has bounded accuracy and bounded armor. There's a limit to what most of your enemies are going to have for accuracy and what most of your enemies are going to have for defense. What this means in a system like that, where there's a lower and upper bound on these things, is the higher you can push to the extremes, the more benefit you get. The closer you get to the extremes, the more benefit you're getting out of that. It applies stat points retroactively? No, it doesn't apply stat points retroactively. There's no retroactive about that. You just get additional points. It's one extra level worth of stats. If you think about this too, when you're picking characters in Battle Brothers, every time you pick a character in Battle Brothers, like from a background, what you're looking for is more stats. That's the difference between a sellsword and a butcher. They have more overall stats. Gifted is essentially boosting your character's value up in terms of its background. And you can do the same thing with, you look at a sellsword. How do I boost a sellsword's background up? I can't. Sellsword's a top background. Give him Gifted, he has more stats than a normal sellsword. All right. Okay, so we have this last perk to assign right now. I think I'm gonna go. Headhunter right now. Take all of our damage perks. It means we don't have Recover right now. Oh, I'm short another fucking perk. Because it's not... because it's Gifted Student, which means we need to... Oh, man. That means no Underdog, too. That leaves me a little sketched out. Alright. Anyways, let's assign stuff here. Elon needs his levels. We respect Elon. Removed the Orc Herder spec and are going to spec this into more of a... I think I'm going to go Flail Hammer on him. Or not Flail, Mace Hammer rather. So what does that build look like? Looks like this. Does he have Colossus? He does. So we're missing Gifted. Oh, we're one level away. Gifted last. We're missing our weapon spec. Taking hammer spec. So let's take mace spec right now. Am I missing anything out really important for adaptation? I don't think so. His defense is a little lacking. Maybe instead of fast adaptation, I take shield spec on him. It's going to give me what? On 20? I get 25% of that. It's just an additional 4 melee defense. But between gifted and shield spec, it's 8 melee defense, which is a big deal. I think we're going to do that instead of fast adaptation. Alright, so we have 2 more perks, which are going to be gifted and shield expert, and we'll leave hammer spec later. There's the gifted roll. Accuracy, accuracy. HP is useful here. He's at 70. That's the bare minimum I consider adequate. So is stamina. Stamina is just so important. Let you wear the heavy armor. Okay. And let's assign our gear. I need hats. And unfortunately, these guys are really too low for this fight. I don't have a 6th frontliner. It's really awkward. Okay. How's the challenge stream going? It's going. All right, 240s, 260s. This is up to 258. 38 fatigue cost, 30 fatigue cost. How does this look? We run mace. Oh, do I not have another winged mace right now? What? I totally had 2 winged maces. Did I sell one? No, it's there. Okay. $210. Kite shield. Alright, 79 stamina. I'm okay with 79 stamina. I'd even maybe go a little higher for armor. What? Shiro? Are you really wanting to give me that logic? Your idea and gifted is in the scenario where you could have got 3, 3, 4 roll and took those. You could also just get those naturally, meaning you gain 0. No. Fuck no. That's retarded logic. All right, think about that. It doesn't matter what your basic rolls are. You could roll perfectly on all your characters all the way up, right? Let's say you rolled 3 on attack every single time, 3 on defense every single time, 4 on stamina every single time. Okay, your character ends up with X stats. Gifted is always X plus. Always. It doesn't matter what your base stats are. The only time gifted gives you no returns are if you've already hit the hit cap. If you've already hit the hit cap and the defense cap, so your opponents are already rolling on 5% against you and you're always rolling on a 95% against your opponents, at that stage only does gifted not help you in terms of stats. That's the only time more stats don't help you, is when you hit the caps. And the closer you get to those caps, the more valuable each of those stat points are. Oh my god. People telling me about gifted being a wasted stat are just killing me. They kill me with that logic. It's so bad.